Users are expressing dissatisfaction with the Samsung update to the Galaxy S featuring One UI 6.1. This morning, we received numerous complaints regarding the malfunctioning of the touch panel on the Galaxy S. However, after conducting a thorough investigation, it appears that this error is actually occurring when users have a non-original part installed and the device has been repaired using a generic part. Therefore, it seems that this update is incompatible with this particular type of touch panel. Some users report that it's necessary to tap the screen several times before it finally reacts, while others point out that the screen has definitely stopped responding, although curiously, some mention that it works if you use the S Pen on the Ultra model, but not if you use your finger. These reports are appearing on different forums. In this instance, this problem was reported on Reddit, and multiple users have joined this post indicating that they have the identical issue, although not everyone acknowledges having a non-authentic screen, so there is still some ambiguity about it. Personally, I upgraded my Galaxy S to One UI 6.1 and I have not encountered any problems, so please inform me in the comments if you have experienced anything unusual following the update. Another complaint that users had was that the brightness control of the always-on display screen had been disabled, although Samsung seems to have quickly responded to this complaint, and through Good Lock, which is an application that you can install to customize many things on your Galaxy, you can install the Lockstar module and then finally enable the option to show that brightness control setting again if you want. So in this case, it seems that Samsung has indeed indulged its users with this update so that those who wish can enjoy that option again. Another complaint that users have had is that the Galaxy S seems to charge slower after the update. They have tested it with an app that tells you how many watts are entering the phone, but they may not know an important fact, because indeed when they show the app, it is not reaching the 25 watts that the charger has. But the fact they are unaware of is that all chargers have a maximum power, but they do not operate at that maximum power all the time. The same thing occurs with all other brands, and generally, the maximum power is only reached when the battery is at a very low percentage in order to try to recover the battery as quickly as possible. However, once it reaches 30 or 35%, maybe it starts to decrease its speed to also take care of the battery's health and ensure its longevity in the long run. So users were expressing complaints about this supposed problem, but even on the San Mobile site they conducted a comprehensive test with an external accessory to measure the voltage and current entering the device, and in their meticulous test it provided them with a precise measurement of 20 watts, but the device had an approximate power level of 47%. That's why I'm telling you that you have to remember that the charger's maximum power peak is reached when the battery is almost discharged. So this is another complaint that honestly does not seem to have much basis, but users are at liberty to complain, and boy oh boy are they doing it. Another complaint that users launched against Samsung is that their devices were experiencing more heating after updating to One UI 6.1. So once more we decided to conduct a test, and with our upgraded Galaxy S, we engaged in a match in Call of Duty to gauge more or less the degree of heating, and truthfully, it was not exaggerated at all. In reality, the device remained quite cool. Once again, it seems to be a complaint that could potentially affect certain units, but it is not a problem. At least in my unit, we have not encountered any of these problems or issues so far. Another bug reported in the One UI 6.1 update for Galaxy S is that the Fingerprint Reader wouldn't respond when you turned on the screen. Users claimed that the fingerprint symbol did not appear to start scanning and that it also did not respond until they turned off the screen and turned it back on. In my case, once again, I did this test and I didn't see any error in this regard. The performance was totally fine. However, once again, it has been through Reddit posts where users have complained, and some have claimed that they are also experiencing this issue. Although personally, I have conducted tests and have not noticed any of these problems or encountered any issues of this nature. It's important to note that before you install a software update, it's highly recommended that you factory reset your phone, but I understand that it's not something so simple to do because you need to back up all your data. But I guess that several of these problems can arise from updating without having factory reset your phone, especially if your phone has been heavily modified, or if you had several Good Lock modules from Samsung and then updated. It's also likely that some inconsistency has been generated, so I'm almost certain that factory resetting your phone before or after updating should fix all of this. But there's another complaint that can't be fixed with the factory reset, and that is that the Galaxy S23 update doesn't include the Ultra HDR function that is present in the Galaxy S24 when viewing photos in your gallery. Remember that by enabling this option when you view a photo in your gallery, it has the capability to enhance the brightness of your screen in a specific area if the photo had a significant amount of light present there. For example, if you take a picture of a window, it should look more intense, and that gives a lot of realism when viewing your photographs. So it's one of the features that comes in the Galaxy S but hasn't been received in the Galaxy S23 with an update because it seems to be an exclusive feature of the new and recent series, just like the natural tone screen function. So, even though Samsung has released a really good update full of options for the Galaxy S, it doesn't completely transfer the whole Galaxy S experience to the Galaxy S. But let me know in the comments your opinion about all this and tell me if you have experienced any of these mentioned problems.